Welcome. My name is David Dodge, and today I am going to be doing a free live training on finding motivated sellers. And when it comes to finding motivated sellers, there are an endless number of ways that we can go about locating, finding, talking to motivated sellers, getting in contact with motivated sellers. But I definitely have a couple approaches that I want to cover today that are going to be my favorite approaches. Now, I've been investing in real estate. Just a little bit of background about me. I've been investing in real estate full-time for going on about 8 years. I've been investing in real estate actually for close to 20 years. But I've been doing this full-time for about 8. And the entire time that I've been doing this, finding motivated sellers is the name of the game. And there's a couple of reasons why finding motivated sellers is so incredibly important. The first and foremost reason is if you are able to find a motivated seller, they are going to need help with something. And that means that you can then help them, you can solve problems for them. And really what you're going to be doing is you're going to be offering convenience to them in some way, shape, or form. And that convenience is going to solve problems. And in exchange for you solving those problems and offering convenience to them, you are going to be able to get a deal or a discount on the property that you are going to be purchasing. Now, can you buy real estate at a retail price and add it to your portfolio of rentals or flip that house or even wholesale it? The answer is yes, but it's going to be very difficult and you're going to have a lot of risk when you're paying retail. I don't know that many people that can wholesale successfully properties when they are buying them at retail. They're paying full value for these properties. It's going to be very, very difficult to make money when you're paying retail. However, if you're able to get in and buy properties at a discount, 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50% discounted, well, then all of a sudden, all the exit strategies, all the doors that, all the exit strategy doors are going to be wide open to you. Is it going to be difficult to wholesale a property that you bought at 50 cents on the dollar? No, it's going to be extremely easy. In fact, there's going to be probably hundreds of buyers for a deal that is deeply discounted. Is it going to be much easier to buy a property, add it to your portfolio of rentals, and then hopefully, or ideally, refinance all your money out of it? If you bought it at a discount, yes, it's going to be incredibly simple. But if you're buying a property at retail and you want to add it to your portfolio of rentals and you want to go refinance all your money out of it, it's going to be extremely difficult. So the name of the game is really buying properties at discounts. And that's why my business is called Discount Property Investor. I only buy properties at discounts and ideally deep discounts. So again, the best way to locate a property that you can buy at a deep discount is going to typically be from a seller that is motivated. Now, a motivated seller, again, they're typically going to have some sort of a problem that they're going to be facing, and that's where you can come in and you can shine as an agent, an investor, a wholesaler, a landlord, whatever. It doesn't matter. But if you can find and locate these individuals that are dealing with problems in their life, it's going to allow you to help them solve those problems, offer convenience to them in exchange for a discount. And that's where we're going to be able to get the best deals. It's where we're going to be able to shine. And there's nothing more than I love buying a property at a discount, but also simultaneously helping a seller out of a bad problem or a bad situation. Okay? So let's take a look here at some of the reasons in which somebody might be distressed in order to, be able to then go help them and go buy a property at a discount. So typically speaking, you're going to typically have two different types of distress, right? You're going to have that the person themselves is distressed, or the alternative to that is that the property that they own is distressed. And sometimes, and in some cases, both the seller is distressed and they may own a property that's distressed. And that's really where we can shine the best and the most. But if a person is distressed, there's typically going to be a couple different reasons that they are distressed. Now, here's the thing, folks. These problems that I'm referring to here, they're not necessarily problems that I would wish on anybody, right? They're not problems that, I'm actually hoping that somebody has. That's not the case. But what I can tell you is that, I can't prevent death. I can't prevent disease. And I can't prevent a third-party couple from getting a divorce, right? These things, they happen. And when they do, we can be there as real estate investors to help them and solve some problems and purchase the property from them and get cash in their hands and in their pockets so they can then move on with their life or use that cash to go solve other problems in their life. So let's take a look back here again. I got to blow this up. Here we go. When a person is distressed, it's typically going to be somewhere along the lines that they're going to be dealing with some of these problems here, right? Either they are dealing with death or divorce or disease, which is what I just mentioned a moment ago, right? These are going to definitely be some problems that we can help with. Some other problems might be that they have old age or that they need care or that they haven't made a mortgage payment and they're in pre-foreclosure or maybe in foreclosure. Maybe they haven't been able to pay their taxes recently and they're dealing with tax delinquent properties or their own property is tax delinquent. Maybe they lost their job or they are getting relocated because of their current job. Or maybe they're dealing with legal troubles or legal problems or they have a lawsuit against them for something, right? These are going to be problems that are going to cost them time, cost them money, and put them into a distressed situation. Also, they could be IRS tax troubles, or maybe they're a landlord that is tired of being a landlord. They're tired of fixing up properties. They're tired of dealing with tenants and toilets and all the headaches that come along with that. Or maybe they're just in some sort of trouble, right? And it may or may not be something that's on this list right here, but this list right here that on the person is distressed on the far left side here is typically going to be a reason that they're going to have some level of distress. Now, again, there could be 100 other things, but this is just some really, really great examples. Now, maybe the property is distressed, and there's a couple different ways a property could be distressed, but here's just some examples, right? Maybe there's a tarp on the roof, so that therefore the roof is leaking or there's a hole in the roof. Maybe the windows are broken out or boarded up, right? And it's no longer a safe and clean property because the natural environment is getting into the property. Maybe the driveway has a bunch of cracks on it or there's overgrown bushes and trees. Maybe the gutter is falling off the house. Sometimes I will drive by properties and I will see trees, yes, trees growing out of a gutter. And whenever I see that, I know that they haven't cleaned those gutters in a long time and that property is most likely in a distressed situation. Sometimes you may even see peeling or chipping paint. Sometimes you may see a broken down car in the driveway that's, on cinder blocks or, just has a bunch of flat tires. Occasionally I'll see mailboxes laying on their side or fences that are all screwed up and missing pieces or they're broken or damaged. Occasionally you might drive by a property and you might see that they are hoarders and there's a bunch of trash and a bunch of stuff collected, in the front yard or in the backyard or on the side of the house or sometimes even just in the garage. I drove by one the other day and the garage was up and it was packed probably about 7 feet, maybe even 8 feet high of trash. And I remember I took a picture of it and posted it on my social media because I was just thinking, holy cow, look at all the stuff in this person's house. That person got a postcard from me. Definitely did, because I want to try to help that person, right? Sometimes the property just needs paint, needs cleaning, maybe needs siding, right? There could be a lot of different scenarios in which the property itself is distressed. But again, this is going to be a great list right here of just different things. Now, when the person is distressed, it's not something that we're physically going to be able to see from the curb. We're not going to be able to know if they've been, dealing with death, divorce, disease, legal cases or or pre-foreclosure from the curb. We're going to have to go online and we're going to have to locate lists of individuals that are going to be dealing with those problems, pull those lists so then we can then market to them. And that marketing may look like a letter, a postcard, a phone call, a text message, maybe a door hanger. Maybe we knock on the door, or we leave a sticky note or a business card on the door in the mailbox to let them know that, hey, we are interested in purchasing the property. And if you're dealing with any of these problems, we can often help you by solving some of these problems by putting money in your pocket or in their pocket so they can then move on with their life. Now, if they are both distressed, I mentioned that earlier, that means that they're going to be dealing with a personal matter. They may be dealing with family. They're trying to figure out the best care for their mom or their dad if they're dealing with, elderly parents or folks. They may be dealing with a vacancy, right? Maybe the property is vacant and it's distressed, right? Often the property is going to need a lot of work in order for them to sell it. And then, of course, there's always the hassle of selling it. And then there's the stuff, right? So these are just some of the things to keep in mind that people are going to be dealing with when they are in a distressed situation. So how do we go about locating these individuals? How do we go about marketing to these individuals? That's what Finding Motivated Sellers is all about. It's all about marketing. It's all about networking. It's all about letting anybody and everybody know that you are looking to help people that are in distressed situations, that you are looking to buy properties that are in distressed situations, and or looking to buy and help people that are both in a distressed situation that might also have a distressed property. All right? I can promise you that if you keep your business a secret and nobody knows that you are looking to buy property, nobody's going to bring you a property. You need to be, shouting from the rooftops that you are looking to acquire properties, distressed properties, and that you are looking to help distressed property owners that own property. And the way in which that we can help them as investors is we can come in and we can offer to buy these properties from them. We can offer to pay them cash for these properties. We can offer to close quickly on these properties. And quite frankly, one of the most valuable things that we can do is that we can offer to buy these properties from them as is. So between a cash offer, a quick offer, and an as-is offer, these are basically just conveniences that we are offering to them. And in exchange for these conveniences, we are going to be demanding a discount in exchange for these conveniences. Now, if somebody comes along and they're not necessarily looking for a lot of our conveniences, then I'm not necessarily going to expect them to give me a deep discount. But if somebody needs cash quickly and they need to close fast, and that property that they have is in a really distressed situation where it needs a ton of work and it's in really bad shape, then we should expect to be able to get a better deal on that property, because the more convenience that we're going to offer them, the more discounts we should be able to receive in exchange. Now, if somebody isn't really looking to give me a discount or a large discount or a substantial discount on their property, that's fine. I would still be interested in purchasing that property. But I'm not going to be bending over backwards to buy that property from them or offer to buy that property from them, at a retail price. I'm still going to be looking to get a discount as an investor, a little discount at a minimum. When I say little, I'm typically looking for somewhere around 15 to 20% of a discount at a minimum whenever I'm going to be offering my conveniences to them. And again, it's cash, it's quick, it's as is. So let's talk about the as is for a second. The as is typically just going to be a property as it sits. It's kind of straightforward. But what I mean whenever I tell a seller that I'm going to buy the property as is that I'm not going to require them to fix the roof or replace the windows or seal the driveway. I'm not going to require them to clean the gutters or paint the property. I'm not even going to require them to clean the property. I'm going to be willing to buy the property exactly as it is today, the way it is right now. And occasionally I'll come across properties where hoarders will own a property and the property is filled with stuff. Sometimes that stuff may have a little bit of value. Oftentimes it has no value and it's just a bunch of trash. Well, again, as an investor and as an as-is buyer, I'm going to come in and I'm going to say, listen, I would love to buy this property from you. I'm going to need to get a discount on it because of all the problems and all the repairs and all the headaches that come along with it. But I would still be willing to buy it. And by the way, take what you want from the property. Anything that you want, take it. Of course, it's yours already. Take it. But whatever you don't want, leave it here. Leave it behind. And that will become my problem. It will become part of the property, and you don't need to mess with it. So as is going to be a very, very valuable convenience that we can offer to sellers in exchange for a discounted rate, okay? So what are some of the best ways to go about finding and locating sellers? In fact, this webinar is really designed to teach you all, this free training, to teach you all how to go about finding motivated sellers. And one of my favorite ways to find motivated sellers is actually by driving for dollars. That's right, driving for dollars. So you're going to get in your car and you are going to drive around, maybe your neighborhood, maybe another neighborhood across town, doesn't matter. But you're going to drive around and you're going to look for properties that have that physical distress from the curb, right? Maybe it's a roof, maybe it's windows, maybe it's landscaping or trees falling down or gutters hanging off, whatever. It doesn't matter. Any physical distress that you can see on a property is going to give you a reason to want to then contact the owner of that property and let them know that you can help them and that you would love to buy the property and that you would really like to meet them there and make them an offer to purchase the property, assuming they have interest in talking to you and meeting you and, of course, selling the property. But again, if nobody knows that you are in the business of helping people and buying distressed properties, nobody's going to bring you a property. So guys and girls, the lesson here is don't keep your business a secret. You got to tell everybody that you are looking for distressed properties. In fact, one of the reasons that I'm doing this free training and that I'm posting it live on YouTube and Facebook and other places is because I want people to know that I'm looking for distressed properties and distressed property owners. And if they are a distressed property owner or in a distressed situation or know somebody else that's in one of these situations, to contact David. And David will come out and make them an offer. Now, I only buy properties, in about a 45-minute radius of where I live and work here in St. Louis, Missouri. So please don't contact me about properties in Phoenix, Arizona, or Plano, Texas. I don't live there. I'm not an investor there, right? But here locally in the St. Louis, Missouri area and surrounding areas, I love to buy properties from individuals that have problems because, again, I can solve these problems for them, right? But I can also offer them a ton of conveniences, and I can create win-win scenarios. I can get a good deal for me as the investor to turn around and flip that property, add it to my portfolio of rentals, make a profit at the end of the day. That's the goal. But simultaneously, I'm creating win-win scenarios, and I can help them out of a bind. I can help them get rid of a problem property. I can help them move on with their life and put some money in their pocket to then go solve other problems in their life. Now, some other ways outside of driving for dollars would be to just tell everybody and anybody and everybody that you know that you're looking for distressed properties. Again, it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this training today. Is anybody that watches this or sees me doing this video that knows me and is local to St. Louis, it's going to reaffirm to them that I'm an investor and that I'm not going anywhere and that I'm constantly looking to buy properties. In fact, my partner and I, we're buying anywhere from 60 to 100 properties on average every single year. So if you are local to the St. Louis area or surrounding areas and you have a property that you need to sell or you know somebody that has a property they need to sell, hit me up. Send me a message, shoot me a text, shoot me a call, send me a direct message, a DM, whatever, and I would love to come out, take a look at the property, and make an offer to purchase that property. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be offering a bunch of conveniences to the seller to let them know that, I want to create win-win scenarios. Now, another way that we can go about finding distressed properties is to use this software called Batch Leads. I absolutely love Batch Leads. It's a phenomenal software. And in fact, this software is probably my favorite real estate investing software because it will allow me to go in and pull leads. So guys, there'll be a link below this video with a link to where you can get a free trial of this software. You can also get 1,000 buyer or seller leads, and that's correct. You can also find buyer leads in the event that you are wholesaling or looking for buyers for your properties. But most importantly, the seller leads that they are going to provide in this system are going to be incredible. In fact, I absolutely love Batch Leads. It is such an amazing software. So let's just quickly take a quick look at Batch Leads. Let's say that I wanted to go look at properties here in Brentwood, Missouri, where I live. I can go into Batch Leads and I can pull up a zip code. I can pull up a city. I can pull up a county. I can pull up a particular address if I want to. But in the St. Louis, Missouri area, I can zoom in here on the 63144 area. Or maybe I want to draw a boundary and I can use a circle, a square, or even a tool to draw a random little area. So let's say I only wanted to market for properties in this little pocket right here. Look at this. I can pull up this little pocket and I can actually see that there's 13,000 properties or parcels within this little bubble that I just drew on the map. And by the way, this is a nationwide tool. You can use this tool nationwide, okay? And from there, I can click down at the bottom and I can pull up these quick lists. So I can see all the expired listings that happened recently within this little bubble. I can also find the unknown equity or the free and clear properties or the company-owned properties. Some of my favorites are the vacants, which will be over here, and or the absentee owners. There's actually 2,594 absentee owned properties in this little bubble that I drew just right here. You also have the ability to pull inherited properties, pre-foreclosure properties. Let's move my little thing up so you can see. There's tired landlords, there's vacants, there's tax delinquents, and there's liens. And there's even different other ways to go about filtering for these properties. So let's just assume that I want to market to the 252 vacant properties, right? Well, what I can do is I can click on the vacants here, and now all of a sudden I have 252 properties that I can then start looking through. And if I want to market to this list, I can save this list. I can export this list. I can skip trace this list and call them, text them. Maybe I don't have time to call or text, and I can get the list, and then I can then send mail to the list. Guess what? Batch Leads will allow you to send mail to the list. You can even use Batch Leads to drive for dollars, like I mentioned earlier. It's actually the best software. It's all in one, driving for dollars, list pulling. It also allows you to run comps on properties. It allows you to get data on properties, find out who owns them. You can skip trace their phone numbers, their emails, so you can call them, text them, email them, connect with them, right? And ask them if they have interest in selling these properties. There's tons of tools. One of my favorite tools with Batch is actually the ability to go in and see what a property owner might owe on their property, which is amazing. Love this tool. You also have the ability to send SMS campaigns. You can also send direct mail campaigns, all right here inside of Batch Leads. Guys, if you're not using Batch Leads, I highly recommend you check it out. It is my favorite real estate investing software. If you use the link that will be below this video, you guys can get a 7-day free trial. You can also get 1,000 buyer or seller leads within that first 7 days for free. One of the great things about Batch Leads is they have a mobile app. So they have a mobile app through the Apple App Store, which will allow you to utilize the software from your phone or iPad. You can also use the Google Play App Store. If you don't have an iPhone, you have an Android or a different type of phone, you can use the Google App Store as well to go about locating and using the app. And the software is just phenomenal. So I just truly love this software. It's incredible. If you guys are interested, use the link below this video to get a free trial. and or use code DAVE, D-A-V-E. If you want to just go directly to batchleads.io and sign up for a free trial. That code will not only give you that free trial, but it'll give you the 1,000 property leads, the seller leads that will be included with that free trial. Now, I personally use it almost every day, not only for driving for dollars, but for pulling leads. I also use it for running comps in my business, and I use it for determining more information about the property, doing due diligence, seeing if that property, has a mortgage on it, seeing if the owner of that property owns other properties or if it's owned in an LLC. I can even see if it was listed recently. And oh, by the way, one of my favorite features with Batch is it actually gives you an estimate of what the property is worth. Love that thing. It's basically like a Zestimate, but it's a much, much, much more accurate number because it has much, much more data to pull from. So guys and girls, when it comes to finding motivated sellers are everywhere. You just got to prospect to them. You got to let them know that you are looking to buy properties. And again, you must not keep your business a secret. If nobody knows that you are in the business of buying properties or flipping properties or owning rentals or, buying them or talking to distressed property owners and making offers, nobody's going to bring you deals. And I'd say at this point in my business, anywhere between 10 and 15%, maybe even as much as 20% of all the properties that I buy come from my network. They come from individuals just like you that may be watching this video. And they say, I see Dave constantly talking about, being an investor and buying properties. And my cousin has a property that they need to sell and it needs a ton of work. So hiring a real estate agent to list it might not be the best option because it needs so much work. Or maybe the owner of the property doesn't want photos blasted all over, all online or on Zillow and everywhere else, showing how they live inside, if they're a hoarder or they're messy. Or maybe they don't want to deal with the showings, or maybe they can't afford to pay the commissions. I mean, there's so many different reasons, excuse me, why somebody wouldn't want to go hire an agent. Now, hiring an agent can be a great option for a lot of people, right? But there's a lot of situations where hiring an agent might not make the most sense, and they may not want to deal with all of the headaches that come along with it. I also know a lot of agents that won't be really interested in taking on properties as listings and helping sellers sell those properties if those properties need a ton of work, because that listing is just going to probably be a waste of time. So typically speaking, the way in which that we can help the most and shine and create win-win scenarios is by finding sellers that are truly motivated, sellers that are looking for cash and quick and not having to clean or fix up that property, sellers that are interested in, just having a quick offer and being done with it. And I can often close in 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes even sooner if it's a really good deal. So guys and girls, I highly, highly, highly encourage you all to check out Batch Leads as a tool. Not only does it have a mobile app, but it has the ability for you to use it on your computer. You can pull leads. You can send campaigns via text message. You can send campaigns via direct mail. You can use it for property data. You can use it for comps. And I'm actually going to be doing a free training tomorrow on how to run comps. Guess what? I'm going to be using Batch Leads. It's the best tool out there. Guys and girls, thanks for watching today. And before I wrap up, I do want to offer you all an amazing opportunity. I have a brand new program. It's called The Community, and it is, in fact, a community. It's a community of like-minded real estate investors just like myself. And with this community, you're going to get access to about 10 courses. And these courses are going to help you learn how to invest into real estate. Additionally, it's less than $100 a month to join the community. And you're even going to get a 7-day free trial if you are interested in joining the community. We have multiple weekly group coaching calls, access to the private community, obviously that's the name. And then we've even thrown in 10 of our real estate investing courses included with this offer. I highly recommend you check it out if you're looking for a coach or a mentor. You're going to get access to both me and my partner Mike, as well as all the other like-minded individuals that are looking to grow their business, most of which are trying to get their first deal, and we make it our goal to help these individuals and show them step by step how to go locate motivated sellers, how to reach out to these motivated sellers, how to talk to them, what to say, what questions to ask, how to run appointments with these sellers, what paperwork and contracts to use with these sellers, as well as demos and presentations on other awesome, amazing tools that we use in our business to not only streamline the business, but also how to outsource a lot of the jobs and duties and tasks within the business to other individuals like virtual assistants or maybe even local assistants or local team members, right? It is our goal to help, and that's really what we want to do. So I want to thank you all for watching this free training today on how to find motivated sellers. Motivated sellers are everywhere. In fact, anywhere between 4 and 6% of the population, roughly 5% at any given time, is going through some sort of distress in their life that makes them be motivated. And they're motivated for a good reason. They want to get rid of the problems that they're facing. So not only can we learn how to help these individuals, but we can also learn how to get really, really great deals on real estate and how to flip houses with little to no money once we understand how to locate these individuals and help these individuals, market to these individuals, make friends with these individuals. And at the end of the day, the goal is to help people get good deals on real estate at the same time so we can then flip those houses and make money in the process. So guys, with that, I'm going to be wrapping up. Thanks for watching. I highly recommend you check out Batch Leads. There'll be a link below this video. And also check out the community. It's a brand new offering that we are offering to help coach and mentor and teach you how to get started investing into real estate, how to locate these sellers, what paperwork to use. You get access to myself and Mike. There's multiple calls a week, multiple courses are included. And then, of course, you can reach out to us for help with anything and everything that you may have along the way. And with that, I'll be signing off, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Have a great rest of your day, and I can't wait to work with you. Oh, and don't forget, it's a 7-day free trial to join this community. I'm so confident that you're going to love it that I'm going to give you a free week to come check it out and to come join. So with that being said, I'm signing out. We'll see you guys soon, and I hope you guys take advantage of this free trial. It will not last. We're going to be pulling this probably in the next week or two. But for now, we're really wanting to grow the group, and we're going to give you a free week. Check it out. See you guys.